the general chicken actually started as a captain chicken. And then after 8 o'clock, it turns into general show.
And now, CheezWits.
You're listening to who? WTOP?
WTOP.
That's what I thought.
Do.
Oh, look who's back in front of a microphone.
Oh, stop it.
I will not.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's that?
it's Wilcox. In front of a microphone there, Wilcox.
So, one of my former radio friends, college friends, has died.
Oh, no.
I'm going to a funeral. Yeah. So, I mean, we weren't. I saw him. The last I saw him was a couple of years ago, and we went to school together. But this dying
I
thing,
thought we were going to have to blame this show on it.
this dying thing sucks.
I was going to blame Cracker Barrel's logo change. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
This dying thing sucks. I do not like.
The getting older thing, man. It's just it's a race to the finish line at this point.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
exactly it. I'm now you know, it used to be you would say, oh, I know so many people who are getting married, or I know so many people who are doing this, or I know so many people who are moving. I know so many people who have died.
No, and that's what it is. I mean, you go through life, it's like so many people are having kids, so many people are, having so many people have taken up with a black man, and now you've got this thing that, you've got to, die. It's awful.
Yeah, and hello, just news of the day. Let's ignore fucking nut job in Minneapolis, right?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, what the fuck, man? And it's another one of them funny folks, if you know what I mean, that pulled the trigger. So
funny folks?
Yes, one of them transgenders, something.
Was it a transgender that pulled the trigger?
It was.
Huh.
Oh,
somebody named Robert that wanted to be identified as something else, and
Roberta.
His gun had like "Death to Trump" written on it.
So Trump is not an excuse for anybody to kill anybody.
No, not at all. I mean, the real world doesn't work like that. Okay, if I want Trump to die, I don't go kill little kids.
No.
Listen, when people wanted us off of WFRE, we left. Okay.
They didn't come in instead.
I mean, that was it. Or that was it. We worked at Key 103. That's what happened.
Also,
okay, we didn't go kill kids.
Also, if social media is to be believed, the motherfucker's going to be dead by the end of the month anyway.
Probably.
Hopefully.
And why is that?
It's just, nothing is getting solved. This is not, and this is not an issue of when people do this. This is not an issue of availability to guns. This is not it's not an issue of any of that shit. It's an issue of fucking wackadoodles doing wackadoodle shit and giving the wrong people guns. Not everybody deserves to have a gun, just like not everybody deserves to fucking drive.
So it is related to access to guns.
No, I didn't say access. Yes, not guns. That you can buy a fucking semi-automatic weapon. So what?
Oh, man, we're going to lose that sponsorship from Charleston Heston, aren't we?
It doesn't mean you have to fucking use it to kill people.
Oh, guns don't kill people. Triggers do.
Fucking yeah, and apparently fucking Roberta's trigger was Trump.
Oh yeah, apparently.
It just to blame this on Trump or to blame it on anybody other than the fucking person who pulled the trigger is wrong. It's also wrong, however, to say prayers and thoughts.
Well, I mean, considering the kids were fucking praying when this happened.
Yeah, right. They were in church school, right?
Yeah. I mean, who the fuck does that? What kind of deranged fucking pussy? Listen, I'm here. I don't have much value on the earth. You want to shoot someone, shoot me. What the fuck are you doing shooting little school kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. How brave are you to walk into a place of, 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds?
Oh, that's where it took its fucking paginas and did its thing.
And fucking teachers, and you don't have to like what they're teaching. It's not that they're teachers. generally a non-violent group of fucking people gathered where they have a microwave and warm, coffee, not even a hot coffee.
You didn't go to my school. They were some violent motherfuckers there.
Well, no, so that's a different thing though, right? Because when I was in school, there was violent teachers too, because it was allowed.
Well, yeah. I mean, did you ever watch Stand and Deliver?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Mine was more like fucking Crazy Joe in Lean on Me. Okay. I didn't have Edward James almost saying, "Hey, come over to my house and 3 + 6 is 9." We didn't have that. Okay. We had Crazy Joe proclaiming he was the HNIC running up and down the halls.
Yeah, we had teachers and women teachers who hit you too. I got hit a few times. I got the old corporal punishment. Well, you can't do it anymore. I wish they could.
See, and they didn't do that, but I remember we had a science teacher, okay, and he'd been there forever. He'd been there since the 60s, and it was, right after I graduated that some African American girls were making a ruckus in his classroom.
A ruckus.
A ruckus.
You don't say.
And he looked at said African American girls and said something to the effect of, "You and your people." Mr. Wozniak was dismissed. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You and your people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You and your so I went to really when in kindergarten, first grade, I went to a school where it was all white. Third grade, little integrated. 3, 4, 5, white was a minority because I went to an inner city school. And then back to the country where we had one black kid in the student body. We didn't hear a lot of those kinds of things. You and your people. It's just, that had to be an old teacher, dude.
Well, like I said, Mr. Wozniak was there since the late 60s. I graduated in 93. I think this happened 95, 96. Yeah. Yeah. So, there's no way that this guy's not pushing up grass at this point.
No. One way or another, he's pushing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, but the teachers used to say things that you could never say today. There was this girl I was playing around with in 9th grade, and her last name was Fife. I remember that. And Mr. Monaco, the racist history teacher, is talking about China in our world studies class.
Oh, boy.
And he says something. I remember him distinctly saying, like, their doorbells go ching chong ding dong.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then he said something about Bangkok. And I'm sitting next to this girl. And he says, "Bangkok, you like that, don't you, Fife?"
Oh.
But you got away with that in 1989. Yeah.
God damn. Well, I have a feeling that you can get away with that in certain areas of the country.
I'm sure south of the Mason-Dixon line, you get away with a lot of things.
There you go. That's. I think it depends on where that's happening, because in some places you'd get run out of town.
Absolutely.
In other places they'd say, I get the point. Not a very good joke, but it's all right. It's acceptable.
But who the fuck looks at somebody at that age and says, "Hey, you know what the Chinaman's doorbell sounds like? Ching chong ding dong."
Yeah,
but also to look at somebody in 9th grade, which is what, 14?
13, 14,
and say, "You like Bangkok?"
Yeah, Bangkok. You like that, don't
Gross.
you, Fife? I will never forget those words, because she did.
But still.
However.
It's not for him to point that out.
You don't say that at your 50 some odd year old age.
No.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's just fucking nutty.
I'm still friends with her on Facebook. That's the damnedest thing too.
You are. I envy a little bit of that sort of thing you have there, Chris, where you are friends with people from 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of those, but I don't have a lot of. No, Jess. I mean, people I grew up with.
What am I, chopped liver?
No, grew up with. For me, it would be 50 years ago, not just the 30th. When I met you, you were in your 20s. I was in. Well, I might have been close to 30 or maybe 30.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris is talking about people he knew since he was 12, 13.
Oh, even better. I've got a friend on Facebook well, first of all, I'm friends with my second grade teacher. Okay? But she was young, apparently, and I didn't know that. She was only right out of college. She was 22 when she started teaching. So, I mean, that puts her in her 60s now. Okay, so that's, 10 years older than me, but whatever. I am friends with a girl from kindergarten.
Wow.
And she actually heard me on the radio back in, 2003. And we'd remained friendly since then.
Wow.
Kind of crazy, yeah.
I'm friends with a lot of people I went to school with, but probably, quite a few that I went to school with as far back as elementary school.
Yeah, I don't have that.
In fact, one of the people that I think gets credit for the out of the country listening to this podcast is someone that I met when I was 10.
Are you saying we have 2 listeners?
At least 3.
Good God.
I prefer it if you don't confuse the people.
I want to read you this note. I have no idea. This is a note I took to myself, I guess, to talk about something on the show. I took this note. It says on 7/24/25 at 8:49 in the morning, I wrote, comparing my wife to a goat washing her teeth with warm soapy water and then rubbing in some bag balm. I don't know what the fuck I wish I knew what that was.
So you started drinking earlier in the day, I guess.
This must have been some sort of funny idea I had, but comparing my wife to a goat washing her teeth with warm soapy water and then rubbing in some bag balm.
Wally, if you can't understand the shit that comes out of your brain, I don't think really it's fair to ask any of us to.
What the fuck? I have no idea what that is. I was going back to see. I know there was a couple of things I wanted to bring up.
So I had an interesting thing happen last week.
I'm listening.
Tell us.
I went out to dinner, and I was backed into the parking space like I do, and so after dinner, it's dark. I'm coming toward the car. I hit the button on the key fob from kind of far away, and I'm coming from the back end of my car, right? And there's a couple standing near the front end of my car, and they say, "Is this your car?" And I say, "Yes." And I'm thinking, these motherfuckers hit my fucking car. Like, all I fucking need right now is to have to fix my goddamn car. But that's not it. She says, "There's an unconscious man on the ground in front of it, but we called 911. The ambulance should be here soon."
What?
That's what I said.
You would have run over that motherfucker.
I would have, because I wouldn't have seen. He did have a little like some kind of walker thing or something, and it was near the front of my car, so I might have seen him, because I would have had to have moved that before I could pull the car out. But otherwise, I would not have seen him.
So here's my guess, knowing you, Jess. You would have moved the walker for sure. And then you would have just run over the fucker and kept going.
I mean, if I had to move the walker, I would have seen him.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you would have moved him.
No, because then there's a whole headache. There's paperwork, fucking cops. I didn't have time for that. So I just went back to the restaurant to wait with a couple of my friends were still waiting for their Ubers. So I just walked back over to the restaurant and was like, "I guess I'm waiting for the ambulance to come remove the unconscious man from in front of my car."
What fucking craziness is going on in Nashville, Tennessee?
Listen, in the last week, they found a beheaded body in the woods behind a McDonald's. There was a car flipped completely upside down on I-24. There was something else too, and I can't remember what it was now. Like,
Well,
this shit's fucking bonkers.
a headless body behind the McDonald's. That's got to be some bad service.
Yeah. I mean, the head was there. It was just a few feet away from the body.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Someone just cleaved off this dude or woman, this person's head and just left the person there?
I guess.
Holy shit. What the fuck is going on? How do you do that? How do you cleave off? That's work right there.
I mean, the last time I did it, I mean, I don't know.
that's I don't think that's an easy thing to cleave off somebody's head.
Probably not.
That's going to take more than 2 or 3 whacks.
I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of axe you're working with.
Yeah, or if maybe you've got one of those fantastic samurai swords that can cut through anything.
Chainsaw.
Oh my God. I see. Those are the things, Jess, that would make me not go out to a restaurant to eat. Hey, an unconscious body in front of my car and a headless man behind the McDonald's.
Well, now you understand why I don't go out very often.
God damn. Speaking of the McDonald's, I don't know what deliciousness they say they're bringing. They're bringing back some dessert that people love. Chris, are you aware of this at all?
It's going to be pumpkin spice something.
I'm sure
you think
it is.
so?
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a pumpkin pie, maybe one of those things or something as a dessert?
It's going to be some kind of fucking pumpkin spice milkshake.
That'll be something stupid. I thought it would be. It's about time they brought the McRib back again for another 3 months. I can't. I'm not even sure what the McRib is.
To be fair, neither are they.
But there was a headless body behind McDonald's last week. So
speaking of formed foods, I was in the Hannaford, and I was looking at scallops. Scallops right now are $21.99 a pound, and I was like, "Fuck, I would like to get some scallops at $21.99 a pound." Christ, that's quite a bit of money. Then I look next to them, and there's a different scallop that's like $9.99 a pound. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? I'm looking as I talk to the guy. He goes, "Oh yeah, well it's a formed scallop." So what do you mean a formed scallop?
Made out of whitefish.
Whitefish, and they took probably a frozen scallop and scratched it over one of those micro graters to get a little scallop in the minced white meat. It's like, how
the fact that they're still going to charge $10 a pound for that shit.
How the fuck?
That's like those little packages of crab meat that are like $4.
Oh yeah,
but they're fake. They're fake crab meat.
Painted whitefish.
It's painted whitefish. Yeah.
They throw it in an extruder and give it some texture that's sort of resembles crab, and give you the imitation. Just buy the real thing. If you can't afford it, wait till you can. Or go with that. Because I did not buy the scallops, even as much as I wanted the scallops, and I'm not buying the formed scallops. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no.
Just not something. But food is getting. I'm going to go to Robert Kennedy right now. This is where this guy is right on that bullshit. On shit where we're making up food. We're just saying, yeah, it's a scallop. We just took some cow shit and a couple of fucking goat lips. And
there's nothing unhealthy about whitefish, a scallop made out of whitefish.
No, it's the lie of it all. Because if you don't ask the question, they don't tell you the answer. That it's the lie of it all. At least, say what it is. Don't fucking sell it formed. Do you know how many people looked at formed scallop and just said, yeah, I'll get some of those formed scallops.
Well, you know what? Robert Kennedy is not all that concerned if the CDC is having to scale back the kinds of bacteria that it's searching for. Seriously, in the last week, they very quietly just stopped looking for all but 2 kinds of bacteria. So now they're only going to protect us from salmonella and E. coli, but not like the plague or a whole bunch of other bacteria that can be found in food because their budget was cut.
Yeah, well, you got to
So,
give those tax breaks.
If Robert F. Kennedy gave an actual fuck about the safety of our food, that wouldn't be a thing.
Well, I don't think he does give a fuck.
No.
I'm saying the dude does have some good ideas. He's not able to implement them. I like the idea, Jess, of having more natural food. I like the idea of not so many colors, so much color in food. I like the idea of not having monosodium anything and everything, or some sort of corn byproduct holding shit together. I like those ideas. I do like the idea of holistic food, for sure. And he sort of used to be in that arena. He's not in that arena anymore. I'll give you that.
I mean, you're under the impression that those things are not healthy. And I don't think that's been proven out.
They're just, it's just not necessary, I don't think. It's only there so you can put it on a shelf for 18 years.
Well, and it's also there to make lower cost foods because everybody doesn't have
Where's that happening?
the ability.
Yeah, but that's it. The lower cost food is a Twinkie, not a banana. No, bananas are bad.
Oh, are you getting your bananas with monosodium, sodium?
No.
Whatchamacallit in them these
fresh
days?
and imported. It costs more.
Hmm.
I'm just the likelihood that people are just going to spend more money on unadulterated meat than adulterated meat. I think it costs less. It definitely costs less to buy chicken nuggets than it costs to just buy a breast of chicken. The breast of chicken is clearly a better choice.
Sure.
But the shit is the stuff that sells for less. The stuff, and it shouldn't.
Yes, because they
I don't know.
put less chicken in it.
I just don't know.
Oh yeah, it's like sawdust.
They're putting whitefish in there.
I like eating authentic imitation crab meat.
Yeah, see, but you and I have an advantage that Jess may not have. Is now we live on the coast where that shit they just pull it out of the water and you can drive an hour from here and buy it as they take it off the boat, and they don't have to ship it in.
It's like when you go to Las Vegas and there's a big sign, fresh stone crabs. You see any water within 4 hours of here?
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fresh Maine lobster. Nothing's fresh, brother. That shit came from that took 3 or 4 days to get across the country to that location.
That's the other reason I can't get crab cakes in Tennessee. They exist. I won't eat them.
Oh, how could they even be? They could not be good.
Mm-mm.
Just the recipe,
especially
could not be good.
After having lived in Maryland. There's
that's it.
There's no way.
It's like if you go somewhere to get a lobster roll. You know, a lobster roll here is a pound of lobster, basically a full lobster, 2 claws and tail, and a tiny bit of mayonnaise, sometimes some celery, and then in a big roll, and it'll cost you $40. But if you go to other parts, oh yeah, a Maine lobster roll. Here's D'Angelo's sells it. It's frozen lobster from Canada or Florida, and it's just chewy and gross, and there's all kinds of additives.
I have not been impressed with D'Angelo's whatsoever, at all. Anytime I've been up there.
The best thing about D'Angelo's is the bread. Yeah. They do use a very good bread for their sandwiches, though I haven't had one in a long while. The worst thing about D'Angelo's is they fucking don't write anything down. You give them your order, they think they've got it all up here in their head. You say, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want that on it. They give you a sandwich, it's got this and that, but none of this, this, and this, and it's got that you didn't want. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I wanted a tuna, you gave me chicken. I wanted onions, you gave me hot peppers. I wanted American cheese, you gave me Swiss cheese. They just fucking are just so bad at.
I wanted a firm cock, and
I think they think it's some sort of I don't know. It's a shtick of some sort that we don't need to write down. We know our product. So no, you don't, because your people turn over every 3 months. You don't know the product very well. But I do like the D'Angelo's bread. Do you have D'Angelo's down there?
No, only D'Angelo's I know are up in Connecticut and beyond.
Well, Well, there's the problem, Connecticut to begin with.
Well, true.
That is an issue. The Popeyes chicken, by the way, here, you guys, struggling a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah, struggling a little bit, and here's why: bad service. The big complaint is bad service. It's people are unhappy. I have not been there yet, and most of the times I've driven by there, when the first couple of weeks, it was packed, just packed. Now the next door to it is Starbucks. Starbucks definitely has more customers than the Popeyes, and I thought it would be the other way around. Wrong. I'm completely wrong, but it's all about service for those guys.
By the way, one of our 3 listeners, Tom, says that he can make us a QR code sticker to put on bathroom walls.
Yeah, so I did not hang anything on the
I didn't get a chance to. I thought about it a lot.
No, I did too, but this is what I can't. I am only going to put a sticky pad notepad on there. I am not going to mark stuff up with marker, because that's just, that's bullshit. And I'm not going to scratch it in with my pen knife.
No, I would just hang it up with a piece of painter's tape and something you mimeograph.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could do that too. But I am going to use like a.
What were you going to do? Print up a fucking bumper sticker?
No, these big sticky notes, just a sticky note. I'm just going to just slap it on there. But I did my real problem is, you guys, is I'm going to have to wear gloves to open one of those doors. I see what's going in and out of those bathrooms. And it's not good. And in those bathrooms, particularly Walmart bathrooms, there's not a lot of courtesy flushing going on.
Uh-oh.
There's not a lot of that. I went into the Hannaford today, and I went into to use the bathroom. Hannaford generally has very clean bathrooms.
Uh-oh.
Wait, aren't you banned?
I'm banned from working at them.
Or are you banned from working at them, or you banned from Instacarting or whatever?
Not from
banned
shitting
Instacarting
at them.
Okay.
I went into the store today where the issue came from.
Would you be allowed to work at a Hannaford, though?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of applying, like paper pen applying for a job.
Could you be that motherfucker's boss?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. No. He is the manager of Hannaford to go at that store.
Oh, little dick complex.
Yes. Young manager. So the young manager syndrome, where I've got to put my stamp of what I believe we got to do, instead of just sit back, listen, learn, figure out what needs to be done, fix what's wrong, and
they don't do that.
Everything else alone. That's not what he does. But some other folks who have worked in that store and who are at other stores now in higher positions say, "Oh yeah, he's an asshole."
You don't say.
Yeah, they've confirmed that he's an asshole. Yeah, so whatever. So I went in today because I wanted to use the bathroom. I was in that area, and I wanted to find the name of the manager. They hang up the pictures of the managers that are in the store. The manager, the general, the assistant manager, the manager of this and that, blah blah blah. And I went into that fucking Hannaford, and the toilet, the flush toilet, the urinal was taken because there's only one urinal per men's bathroom.
Oh dear.
And then there's 2 sit down, a handicap and I got to take a shit real fast. So I went over to I got to take a shit real fast, and it was just full of toilet paper and yellow pissy water. Like, this is I went to the next one, and but what I wanted. Have you ever, Jess? You would not notice this, but Chris, have you ever noticed guys will go into a bathroom and stand at the urinal and piss, and they will stand right next to you in another urinal, if it's a 2, 3, 4 urinal, and they'll piss no problem. But if they go into the stall to stand up to take a piss, they close and lock the door. I just like,
well, because you don't want anybody coming up behind you in a closed space, Wally.
Yeah, it's such a funny. It's just a weird kind of thing. That, listen, I will stand here and piss in an open piece of porcelain, but man, if it's got a door on it, I'm locking up.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. I mean,
I'm locking up. I cannot, you guys. I just really am getting more and more apprehensive of public restrooms. And I now will go hours without taking a piss. And even though I have to go,
well, that's not healthy for your bladder.
no, it's
sure
not,
not.
but I think it's less healthy to go into those restrooms and touch anything.
I think you could towel off afterwards.
Did you say I could towel off?
Yes. I'm thinking that you're making this a bigger problem than it has to be.
Oh, it's just it's my phobia, man. It's whatever it is.
You're making it a bigger problem.
It might be.
Are you sure you're not a Democrat? Just curious.
No, I'm a hypocrite.
Okay, well, I mean that works too.
That's what I am. I'm a hypocrite. My friend down in Texas is on a sojourn. He and his wife they've traveled to Chicago, and he was in Chicago, and then they're going to San Francisco. And I just said,
sojourn.
A sojourn. He's very an excursion. He is a trip. He is.
Thanks for dumbing it down for us, Wally.
So he is born. He's a rather religious. He's a rather religious guy. He believes wholeheartedly in God, and he's also pretty darn conservative. And I said to him, he stopped talking to me because I sent him a note that said, "Oh, Chicago's great, and you're going to San Francisco. Better hurry up and get to those liberal cities before Trump lets the National Guard roll in." And he hasn't spoken to me since.
Can't imagine why.
He hasn't sent me any more pictures or anything. He was sending me some nice pictures of Chicago because I like Chicago.
It's so weird.
I like the Natural History Museum there, the Shed Aquarium, and it's right across from Soldiers Field, and it's just it's a Chicago. In my experience in Chicago, it's a great city.
Did you ever see Ocean's 12?
Yeah.
Okay. This reminds me of the scene where they're sitting around the table with the big fat guy who's going to give them a job to do, but they're talking in code. And Danny says something, and then, Brad Pitt says something, and then they get over to
Matt Damon,
who sits there and says, "And time and space and the human race." And they walk outside. He says, "What's the problem? What did I do?" "You called his daughter a whore."
Yeah.
She's 8 years old.
Yeah, it's a crazy. Matt Damon is such a good he plays such a good I wanted to say a shill. He plays a good what the fuck's going on? He's really good at playing that part of I don't know what's happening. He's excellent at it. Yeah, now I was watching I might have to watch that tonight.
I used to hate 12, but I began to love 12.
Is 12 is 12 your favorite?
12 is probably the worst of the three. I love all three though, but I used to hate 12.
I have tried to watch the original Oceans with Sinatra and so.
You know why I can't take that seriously? Because Norman Fell is in it.
Yeah.
I can't take something seriously. It's got Mr. Roper in it, for God's sakes.
I have tried to watch it on probably three times now, and I can't get past like the first 20 minutes or so. It just falls apart for me because I do like that whole series. I enjoy it, quite frankly. Any rain, you guys? We are so dry here, and I am worried that my well is going to go dry. We got maybe a 1/10 of an inch of rain today. That's, I think, maybe the first rain we've had in 4 weeks. It feels like it. We are fucking dry, brown grass, nothing. It's very it's alarming to me because if our well goes dry, we're fucked.
Yeah, there's not been a lot happening here. We had a couple days where we had some minor stuff come through from the outer bands of the storm, but that's it.
Yeah, I thought the fucking storm was going to bring some serious rain because they were talking about it's the fastest building storm we've seen in years. And fuck, I didn't see nothing. Usually we get a whole fucking thing coming up here. We'll have some heavy winds for 4 hours, and we'll have this, and we'll have that. 3 days after the storm hits the Carolinas, nothing this time. Did the storm even make any? The storm didn't make any landfall there, did it? No. Chris, did the storm make it to you? What is Chris getting lunch?
Probably.
Is that what's happening? Chris has stopped off at
antique.
No, I can't figure out how to get out of the goddamn Gmail back to the fucking phone call.
Oh, really? Huh? I've never had that issue, Chris. My technological skills are far superior.
Motherfuck! I'm sitting here trying to. I'm answering. I'm like, oh, I'm muted. Okay, so I push the button to go back to the conference, and it's bringing up my email. I'm like, what? No.
Fat finger syndrome.
God damn it!
It's fat finger syndrome. Jess, what's with your new logo or the somewhat logo? What is that Cracker Barrel thing? What is that?
Wally, I was making a joke.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm just wondering what it is. I only saw the picture. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you haven't seen the outrage?
No.
Oh, people are like crying and losing their fucking minds because Cracker Barrel took away that old country, all the bullshit on the walls stuff inside and changed their logo. And people are losing their fucking mind and saying it has something to do with being woke and whatever. And then Cracker Barrel's like, okay, just kidding. We're going to change the logo back because we got to have an old white man on the logo because that's why people are crying about it. People are fucking losing their minds over a mediocre goddamn restaurant.
Hey, listen, once we get Aunt Jemima back, okay, we can talk.
It was about, I think
So
it was a decade ago.
I made a joke about my logo changing to look like the new Cracker Barrel logo.
Ah, okay. No, I didn't have the context. You remember, it might have been a decade ago. It might have been about 10 years ago or so that Cracker Barrel went through a thing because they had some racial incidents at some of their stores. I think maybe in Maryland where they weren't hiring black people.
Chris, what the fuck did you do?
Huh?
I said, Chris, what the fuck did you do?
Well, okay, you bring up Maryland, Wally. So
yeah.
Jess automatically assumes that, Chris spelled with a KKK did something. Okay.
So I have been to Cracker Barrel, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times. And I like the wall stuff. I find it kind of quaint. And
okay, but you're not going to cry and get outraged if they don't have it.
I find it just reminiscent of not a culture of past, just like, oh, look at that cool antique shit. Old fucking license plates.
It was neat stuff to see. I mean, it was fun to look at.
Mm-hmm.
It was this roadside Americana bullshit.
Yes, I like that. And it's also a place where you can get fucking Necco wafers and old time candy, which I like.
Right. I could get the satellite wafers there, which were always entertaining to eat.
Yes.
But the whole point here, and I think you should probably understand it, Wally, is you go woke, you go broke. And I think that you need to understand that because that's just what look, everybody's making this big deal about Cracker Barrel. This is a restaurant that people eat at the most 2 times a year because it happens to be next to their hotel.
Yeah. I can't think of the last time I ate at a Cracker Barrel. It might be more than 10 years.
Look, we tried to eat at one the other night because the news was all about Cracker Barrel's logo. So I'm like, oh, well, it's right there. It's right across the street from the house, next to the hotel.
Yeah,
so let's go. But we couldn't get anybody to wait on us. So I said, fuck it. We left.
I cannot. So just thinking about the Cracker Barrel menu, I cannot for the life of me think of any item, including chicken fried steak.
Oh, you don't want the chicken fried steak. You want the country fried steak, not the chicken fried steak. 2 different things.
say, I got to get in there and get me some chicken fried steak or whatever the hell it is with some white gravy on. That's the best in the.
Here's the thing. For their prices, though, Wally, for their prices, it's wonderful because you get your chicken fried, country fried steak, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Right. Yeah.
With mashed potatoes, corn, and applesauce, and it's like $13.99.
Yeah.
I mean, you
and the
can't
food
beat
is
that with a
fine.
Stick. And the food, but that's the problem. The food's fine.
It's just fine.
It's not great. It's
exactly.
not. You know, they could hang a sign outside that says "fine food," and it would be right.
So here's, I look at Cracker Barrel as maybe the third or fourth choice behind for the average diner who may go there. It's the third or fourth choice behind Old Country Buffet.
No.
All you can eat Chinese buffet.
No.
Oh, I think so.
No. I think it's fourth in line behind. Like, I think I would first go to Denny's, and then I would go to IHOP, and then I would probably try and find a fucking Sambo's before I intentionally went to a Cracker Barrel.
I mean, Waffle House for me is ahead of Cracker Barrel.
My point was the amount of food they give you for the price. That the all-you-can-eat buffet is the first choice of people who might make the Cracker Barrel the fourth choice and their repertoire of where can we get the most for $12?
Yeah, and the benefit of those all-you-can-eat buffets is that you also get other people's boogers.
Oh yeah,
so, you know,
you get their ass scratching flakes. You get all that stuff.
I have been to one buffet in the last, 15 years, and it was just because everybody wanted to try that buffet up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The I forgot what it's called, but Big Amish Buffet. It's huge, biggest restaurant in the world. Okay, so we went, had a good time. Okay, you know, I didn't get violently ill. The time before that was my second wedding rehearsal dinner. Okay, and we went to Golden Corral. And
all the popcorn.
Say no more.
Well, here's the thing. I was okay. You know what? Maybe I was the one that suggested it. I don't know. But something like, because I don't know. Do I want tacos? Do I want spaghetti? Do I want shrimp? Well, I don't know what I want. So let's go here. That's fine. That was the last time I went to a buffet after I saw the little child who had just had his hand recently down the front of his pants stick his entire hand into the chocolate fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell. I do not go to buffets, but, and I've said this before, I will say it until they cart me away. If they were to open up a Hardee's breakfast buffet again anywhere near me, I'm there. The Hardee's
they've got down here.
buffet.
They've got the KFC buffet. Occasionally, some places do.
Oh.
And they've got the Pizza Hut buffet. A couple places that still have sit down stuff.
I've been to the Pizza Hut buffet sucks.
Well, you know, buffet is just an acronym, right?
But the Hardee's breakfast buffet, shut the fuck up.
You
All
don't
that bacon and ham and.
You've never heard it, Jess?
gravy.
I don't think so.
My first wife taught me this. Buffet is just an acronym for big, ugly, fat folks eating time.
Oh. Okay.
Well, for me, that would be true because when I'm feeling like I want to bulk up a little bit, that's where I would go. Sometimes that food is just good. It's just what you want at that time. You want to go where a guy wearing a plastic glove is carving up pot roast. You want that. And you want that when he takes that glove and wipes it across his nose and then goes back to cotton.
It's that third movie reference where we now go to National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation. Okay, and they're at the buffet line. And you've got, Randy Quaid there. Yeah, give me some of that yellow. Which was next to a big container of blue something.
Give me some of that yellow.
It's like, oh, so it's $1.99, all you can eat. All right. No, Clark, just one plate. We're going to share one plate with everybody.
I do like a Chinese buffet sometimes.
Look, there was one in Frederick. Did you ever go to the Chinese buffet in Frederick, Jess?
Maybe.
There was.
I don't know.
It's called Chef Lynn's, and if it's open till 10 p.m., you want to go before 8. Okay.
Because the food is still the same
10,
from 8 to
the food is turning into what I would call a classic Chinese buffet at that point. Okay.
Where the food is classic.
It gets very hard very quickly, unlike my dick.
The general chicken starts to become very cakey, has the
general chicken actually
muddy.
The general chicken actually started as a captain chicken. And then after 8 o'clock, it turns into general show. Okay, that's how the progression works.
If after enough touches, it becomes private chicken, and you don't want private chicken.
You definitely don't want the private chicken. But the worst thing you can do if you go into one of these places, one of these Chinese restaurants, worst thing you can do is look at the receptionist if it's an older person, like the owner of the restaurant, who's there getting ready to seat people. You never want to look at him and say, "Hey, what was your favorite generation of music, pre or post Tet?" You never want to say that. You never want to say. Oh, Christ.
Jess.
Yes.
I see a lot more on. You are really hammering, and the audiobook.
Oh yeah, it
you
made
are
someone
really
cry?
you're really going well.
Currently, it is the only potential for income that I have.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to focus really hard on it. Which reminds me, I got to tell you guys about this crazy thing that happened over the weekend. So there's a website where authors, it's hosted by, it's like the back end of Audible. So authors post the book, narrators can audition for it. That's how I get most of my jobs. Mm-hmm. So I auditioned for this book. It was a mystery thriller kind of thing. And the author sends me a message that's basically like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you're perfect. I almost gave up. You're the sun, the moon, the stars. When can you start?" So I sent a message back saying, "Hey, I'm currently booking for the beginning of October. So, I can start. I may even be able to start sooner than that, but just to be safe, early October. And then I would like a finished date, 1st of November." While I'm typing that, she has already sent me an offer. And the offer has a due date for what's called the 15-minute checkpoint, which is basically where you send like character voices you're going to do, like approximately 15 minutes of audio to give them an idea how you're going to narrate it, and they can approve it or make suggestions. I have to read the whole book before I can do the 15-minute checkpoint so that I know which characters I'm doing. This was on Saturday. She sets the deadline for the 15-minute checkpoint for Monday. And then
past Monday.
Yeah, like 2 days after the offer is sent.
How'd that work out?
And then she's got the final production due date mid-September. And so I don't know that offer has come in. So I send the message saying I'm booking for early October with a final date of November. So then I send another message and say, "Hey, I just saw your offer. So generous. Thank you so much. I just need, as I said in the other message, the dates to be this." She responds back, "Never mind. I can't wait that long." Okay, cool. I go take a shower. By the time I get out of the shower, I have 3 more messages from her and another offer. The 3 messages are, "Never mind. I really want the book to sound like the way that you did the audition. I have resent the offer with the dates you requested, and can you also do the sequel?" I say, "Can you please send me the manuscript to look over before I decide?" So she sends me the manuscript for both books. And I look it over, and as I'm skimming through, I'm trying to figure out the gender of one of the characters because it's hidden for much of the book. I noticed that the whole book is in first person, depending on, like, from the perspective of different characters, except randomly I find a spot where it's in third person. And it doesn't make any sense to me. And I keep skimming through and I find several more sections like this. So I send her a message and I say, "Hey, I just noticed some spots where it randomly goes from first person to third person. Is this the final edited manuscript? Can you please make sure you send me the final edited manuscript?" She doesn't respond at all. She just sends a different version, but it's got the same problem. Sections, just random sections, are in third person. The rest of it is in first person. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I go on Amazon, because on Amazon, if the book is already published, you can look at a preview, like a preview of the Kindle book.
Yeah.
The third person sections are not even in it. She sent me a different complete version of the book. I was like, I'm declining this project. I'm not doing it. My standards are low, but they're not zero.
But what? So no, because if you attach your name to something, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But how? So she added shit?
Yeah.
From something that was previously published?
Yep.
Was she the initial author?
I think so.
Or was she stealing and adding her own shit? Like she read the book and said, I think I could make this book better.
I feel like she probably was the initial author and thought she could make the book better, because it was like in some places just one paragraph, in some places multiple paragraphs that she added on. But it would, you know, there was a character named Casey, and the whole chapter, from Casey's perspective, was I did this and I did that and I arrested and I investigated and I blah, blah, blah. And then like randomly halfway through the chapter, it'll go, Casey thought hard about what she wanted to do next. What?
Hey, where did this narrator come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that has to be hard for you, because you definitely need a cast.
I don't want to turn down work. And then right after I turned that down, I got an offer on a nonfiction book about a female serial killer. And I'm pretty excited about it, except that they never reached out to me at all to find out what my availability was. So they just sent an offer and want the whole thing done by, I don't know, next week or something. And so I sent them a message, basically the same thing. Hey, thank you so much for your offer. Here's my timeline. Here's when I'm available to record this. And if you could please send me the manuscript. That was on Monday. They've not responded. I've now sent them 2 messages. The offer expires tomorrow.
So these are rookies, huh?
I guess.
Or the rookies are the people that want things done their way and on their time schedule.
Yeah, and that's fine. They're allowed to do that. And honestly, the big publishers are not coming through this website. Like these are independent authors mostly.
Right.
So, or small indie publishers. So it's not like these are big best-selling authors.
Bitches. Yeah.
No, but so the hard part for you, right, is to not accept shit that's going to undo the progress you've made as a fucking audiobook.
Yeah.
What is the title?
Narrator.
Narrator. Sorry.
Yeah.
So because you could undo that in a real big hurry.
Yeah. But
one bad offer.
I think what you were talking about, because I posted a couple of comments from authors that I've gotten after they finished reading.
It's very nice.
When I send them the final production and they have to listen to it and approve it, or you know, if there's mistakes or something they want it done differently, they send it back to me. So I have 2 books that are, one that's in that stage, one that just finished that stage. But both of these authors have come back with basically, holy shit, I forgot this was a book I wrote because you had me sucked in. And that's just such a great compliment.
Yeah, it is. That is fucking a great compliment.
That acting class I took has paid off so much, which is good because it was expensive as fuck.
Yeah, well, so it's like anything else, man. You got to put the work in, right?
Yep.
And you put in the work, and didn't you not like it at the very beginning? Wasn't it a little tenuous that your acting class? Wasn't there a douchebag in the beginning?
It was it was so far out of my comfort zone, that acting class.
Yeah.
Because it was acting. Like I thought it was going to be like, here's a script, act this, this audiobook script, and it was acting in front of the camera acting. And it was uncomfortable. But then once we got past all of that uncomfortable stuff and started using those skills on actual scripts, that's when it all kind of locked in and made sense and became something usable.
But that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is, it's awesome that what's really awesome is you stuck with it, even though it was so uncomfortable.
I had to. I paid a lot of fucking money to be in that class. There's a second level of the class that I would take in a heartbeat, but now that I don't have income, I can't justify the expense. But
Right.
maybe if I make enough in audiobooks over the next several months, I can take it the next time it's offered.
And have there been any have you had any feedback regarding other work?
Nope.
God damn.
Really?
Yep. Still haven't heard from your friend Fred, Chris. Have you called him like you said?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
At least I'm honest.
Yeah.
But no, I'll give him a shout. I mean, I know he's alive. So
Okay,
I'll give
that's
him
a start. That's a start.
And not from that whatever that local thing you had going on down there. I thought you had something local.
Something local. Here?
Yeah, I thought you had like an opportunity to shift somewhere down there.
No, I had signed up for Radio Resources, which is like a voice tracking for barter thing.
Oh, okay.
What are you gonna barter?
My bad.
Well, Radio Resources barters. They barter with the station and then pay the narrator or the
Gotcha.
jocks cash.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, as a matter of fact, that dinner where the unconscious guy was in front of my car after, I met somebody new at that dinner, and she's a professor of publishing at Belmont University. And she's like, oh, do you know this publisher and that publisher? And I was like, no. And she's like, I'll make introductions. By the way, somebody suggested that we do an audiobook class, and I don't know anybody fit to teach that. Would you be interested in being an adjunct professor?
Hello.
Well, I could think about it for sure.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, because I don't know that I'm qualified. I'm still so new at it. I don't know if I'm qualified to teach it. But
Well,
also,
you're qualified to do at least introductory. You fucking got a few published.
yeah.
Yeah, page.
What's that, Chris? You cut out.
Chris is right again.
Yeah. But also, I have a.
goddamn this fucking phone.
What did you say?
I said you can teach that. If I could teach audio production in college, you should have no problem teaching this.
Oh, but
Yeah,
then a friend of mine who teaches various music industry classes at Belmont calls me the other night to tell me that due to some health reasons, she may have to miss some classes, and wondered if I would step in and teach her streaming class. Okay.
Fuck yeah, Jess. You might be opening up another new vocation for yourself.
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll see.
Yeah.
My
I
hope
thought
is
you-
though that her health issues are not so severe that I need to, because really that's more important. But
Oh, sure. But I'm thinking more about the audiobook teaching. That would be fucking awesome. Because that could do, whatever it is you have already in the bank that and you could teach. Fucking, you'll learn so much that you'll be able to expand your teaching.
the problem is that because I haven't done a ton of work with the publishing houses and the big production houses, I don't know. I don't have a full picture of how everything works. So
Yeah, well, you can teach the how to do it part.
Yep.
You can teach the how to do it part. You can tell them about getting the acting class. There's you got all kinds of bones in it.
Mm-hmm.
And no doubt you can figure out through networking, you can figure out the publishing houses.
Yeah.
You already have somebody telling you that.
But for now, what I just need is people to go buy my damn audiobooks.
Yeah. So, are you paid a royalty off sales?
Mm-hmm.
So you get a rate to do it, and then you get
There's different ones.
Okay.
So the one that just came out, I got a rate to do it, and I get royalties.
Nice.
The two that are about to come out, the one that I'm currently working on, and the one after that are only royalties. I don't get anything else.
Right.
And then I've had some where I only get a flat rate or a per finished hour rate, and I don't get royalties. So it's a mix.
Well, I hope they're big sellers.
Me too. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I gotta run.
All right, you guys. I will talk to you next week.
Ciao, y'all.
Bisexual.
Bye.
Bye-bye.